rule out Kenny Moore and Tyler Goodson. They'll be out for the game, and then Alec Pierce is clear protocol, and he'll be ready to roll.
Okay.
What happened to Joe Bacci? What's the injury from him?
What's that?
Joe Bacci?
Oh, he had a foot. Yeah.
Is he out for the year?
Not right now. We'll see. Yeah.
So what do you make of this Kyler Murray stuff? I guess he's practicing today?
He did practice.
Okay. You did practice today? Okay.
Were you
Yeah.
guys?
I didn't know either. I mean, I just
Right.
came off field, so.
Were you guys? How were you handling that all week?
We were preparing for him,
Okay.
and then obviously got to adjust. If Jacoby's up there, got a lot of respect for both of those guys. So both great players, and whoever's out there, we got to be ready to go.
And they're very different, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So is that like a wrinkle that makes it complicated?
Yeah, that's just game plan adjustment stuff. Whoever's out there, we just got to adjust.
Okay.
Zaire said he's really noticed growth in Buck making some like hustle plays on toss sweeps,
Yeah.
going from like hash to far numbers. As a coach, when you see that, what do you just sort of appreciate about that effort?
I mean, that's kind of like the standard too. We talk about that all the time. Communication, attitude, effort, energy, and being coachable, and that's the standard of the effort that he puts in. I mean, Buck made about 2 of those against who was that, Tennessee, early in the season, sideline to sideline, just flying to the ball. And Lou always talks about 11 is 1, and everyone playing together and going after the football. So it's good to see that, on a daily basis.
How much easier does it make it for you and the staff to have veterans like that who are balling out and practicing as hard as they do, setting that standard?
Yeah, when you got veteran leadership in that locker room that sets the standard, it kind of brings everybody along. The young guys, the way they work, they see the standard that's set by the veterans, and that's how you become a really good football team, with the leaders on the football team setting that standard, so the young guys see how it's supposed to be done day in and day out to get to where those young guys want to go.
Shane, what makes a good play caller?
It's a great question. I don't know. I think you got to have a feel for it. Obviously you put a lot of plays on the sheet, but I think calling things at the right time are part of it, but also guys going out and executing the plan as well. So I think that's a big part of it, but really understanding your opponent, down and distance stuff, coverage techniques, front stuff that they're playing, runs that you like into certain fronts that you're possibly getting. Same thing with coverages. And then also having a quarterback that understands it all, obviously it makes a world of a difference because they can get you in and out of the right place too. So you can give multiple plays to the quarterback and he can make it right as well. So when that's going well, obviously, the plays are going well and guys are executing well.
How would you evaluate yourself? It sounds stupid, but it's like if the play works, you did a good job. If the play doesn't work, you didn't do a good job. Like, is it that results based, or do you not look at it?
I think there are times, as a play caller, that you could call a play in a situation that you didn't like. That could happen every once in a while. And when that does happen, I take, full responsibility for that in the team meetings, because you always want to put your guys in advantageous looks. And when you call a play and they give you a look that, you don't like it again, so whatever it may be, you're kind of pissed off at yourself a little bit in that situation. So yeah, I think that.
I was told once that what the public thinks of play calling is really mostly game planning. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it for sure. I think putting your guys in position and giving them options, especially the offensive line in the run game. Same thing with the quarterback in the pass game. Is hey, they play these 3 or 4 coverages. These are what their staples are on the back end, and like here are our answers versus all these different looks. And I think that takes a lot of hard work and effort. Definitely from the coaches, but also from the players understanding what we're trying to get done on a day-to-day basis and where the ball's supposed to go. And then same thing on defense. As a D coordinator, I'm sure you're trying to maximize everything you can for your players in situations to put them in the best looks by formation tells, splits that they run or whatever, and the coach is going through that weekly game plan meetings, and then going out and executing it.
With Kenny, we saw him doing a little bit of work out there today. I know he's supposed to work out on Wednesday. Where does he sit? Did that work out maybe not go as well as planned on Wednesday?
He's making great progress, I'll say that. Hopefully sooner than later with Kenny.
With the game plan, we know what Alec brings to the offense. But what does he allow you to do? I mean, Ashton filled in really well last week, but what does Alec What latitude does it give you?
Obviously, it gives us the explosive playability down the field, which he's been doing his whole career. But also just the threat of him running deep. You know, he's running the intermediate routes well, as doing that well also. So it opens up a lot of different things to have that guy on the outside back along with the other guys at Pitt and Downs. And obviously Tyler Warren doing what he's doing, to have that many guys and try to spread the ball around as much as we can.
JT said yesterday that you know, he's been one of the best for so long. The question was like,
Who did you say? Sorry.
JT,
Okay.
Jonathan Taylor, sorry. You know, how do you still get better at this point in your career? And he said, well, my patience, I think, is a big part of why I'm playing so well this year. How hard is that for a guy that talented to let plays develop and, you know, be
Yeah, I
patient?
think with anything, any positions, running back, quarterbacks, DBs, it doesn't matter. I think it comes with time and that experience of going through different situations and seeing and feeling your O-line and that chemistry up front of how guys are blocking, seeing the second level defenders, where they're at, where the double teams are going, and then just like you said, having that vision of finding that crease. You know, it could be a front side run that cuts backside because someone filled it over the top and he sees a crease. And like I said, he's doing that, you know, the best in the league right now.
I feel like sometimes we don't think about running backs as being like smart football players. Like we just think of it physically, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With him, do you think that the way he sees the game is a big part of his success, or is it?
Yeah, big time. I think he's seen it really well, and I think part of it is his instincts, you know, especially at the running back position. I think you got to have great instincts as a runner, because sometimes, you know, there's just small little creases in there, and to have the patience, like he was talking about, to hit those home runs and hit those creases to get you 4 yards or maybe turn into 50 yards. You know, he's doing that at a high level.
Well,
Okay, a couple more.
We're working through that right now. We'll see.
And then, by all accounts, Badgley doesn't have the leg that Schrader did. How will that impact your decision making when you get into that range?
Yeah, we'll work through that. We've been working through it this week, so we'll see.
Okay, random, nothing too personal, but how much of relief is it as a coach to go watch your kid play and not coach? Like, what is that dynamic like?
Well, that's a great question. Got to coach his flag football team last spring, so that was awesome.
Okay.
But just watching him play basketball and baseball, he loves baseball. It's always fun to go watch him do that. But you're still, as a coach, even though I don't coach baseball or coach basketball, I just want to see him hustle and effort all the time. That's what I'm looking for. Let those guys do their job, but just looking for that effort from them all the time.
Do coaches ever bug you for tips? Like, obviously different sports, if you're a coach at a high level, obviously, do the youth coaches ever be like, hey,
Every once in a while, not bug, but yeah, they'll ask questions and give them as much advice as I can for, you know, a young, you know, 9 to 12-year-old player, just the development process and how it takes time, and they're young and they're learning and growing.